1. Trump and Biden share contrasting holiday messages ahead of Inauguration Day. In a lengthy and fiery Christmas post, the former president told 37 people whose sentences were commuted by President Biden to go to hell. He also took the opportunity to threaten Greenland and Canada and insult his political rivals. This stands in stark contrast to President Biden's message of unity and hope. 2. Trump says he will direct Justice Department to vigorously pursue the death penalty. This follows up on recent remarks where Trump stated he intends to direct the Justice Department to vigorously pursue the death penalty. These comments have reignited the debate surrounding capital punishment in the U.S. Critics argue about the morality of the issue and the potential for wrongful convictions. 3. After backing Trump, low-income voters hope he doesn't slash their benefits. Interestingly, despite these hardline stances, Trump continues to receive backing from many low-income voters. However, there's growing concern that a second Trump term could lead to cuts in social programs that these very supporters rely on. 4. Congress advances Social Security Fairness Act amid criticism from deficit hawks. Meanwhile, on Capitol Hill, a bill expanding Social Security benefits has passed the Senate. The Social Security Fairness Act aims to repeal provisions that reduced benefits for certain public sector retirees. This move has been met with criticism from some who are concerned about the national deficit. 5. Biden signs a bill officially making the bald eagle the national bird of the U.S. In other legislative news, President Biden signed 50 bills into law ahead of Christmas. One of the most interesting makes the bald eagle the official national bird of the United States. It's a symbolic move that celebrates the resurgence of this once-endangered species. Trump's foreign policy and immigration plans. 6. Trump wants U.S. control of the Panama Canal. Here are 3 things to know. In a surprising statement, former President Trump suggested the U.S. should retake control of the Panama Canal. Locals in Panama have reacted strongly, saying that will never happen. Despite the backlash, Trump has nominated Marino Cabrera as ambassador to Panama. 7. Trump's border czar plans to separate families or let them leave together. Back on the domestic front, Trump's top border advisor has announced plans to reintroduce family detention centers for migrants. The plan involves separating families at the border or allowing them to leave together. This controversial policy is expected to face significant legal challenges. 8. Trump's DOGE guy sparks MAGA civil war with slam on American culture. The immigration debate has even sparked internal conflict within the MAGA movement. A prominent Trump supporter, known as the DOGE guy, has criticized American culture, leading to a backlash from other MAGA figures. This highlights the growing tension surrounding immigration even among conservatives. 9. Trump trolls Trudeau by promising Canucks he'll lower taxes if Canada becomes 51st state, and backs hockey legend Wayne Gretzky as PM. Never one to shy away from international controversy, Trump trolled Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau on social media. He suggested that if Canada were to become the 51st state, he would lower their taxes, jokingly endorsing NHL legend Wayne Gretzky for Prime Minister. Domestic incidents and tragedies. 10. Family dispute leaves 3 shot and 1 stabbed at Phoenix Airport Christmas night. A family dispute turned violent at Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport on Christmas Day. 3 people were shot and 1 was stabbed, leading to a temporary shelter-in-place order at Terminal 4. 2 people have been detained in connection with the incident. 11. Florida pizza delivery woman stabbed a pregnant customer 14 times over bad tip, authorities say. In a shocking incident in Florida, a pizza delivery driver allegedly stabbed a pregnant woman 14 times. The dispute reportedly arose over a $2 tip. The victim was stabbed in front of her young daughter, highlighting the senselessness of the attack. 12. NYC taxi driver was having a medical episode when he jumped the curb and hit people, police say. A taxi driver in New York City jumped a curb in Midtown Manhattan, injuring 6 people, including a mother and child. Police say the driver was experiencing a medical episode at the time of the incident. 13. Ohio corrections officer killed in Christmas Day prison attack, beyond comprehension. A corrections officer in Ohio was tragically killed in an inmate attack on Christmas Day. The incident has prompted calls from the guards union for an investigation and the suspension of prison officials. 14. New York governor orders firing of 14 prison workers after fatal attack on inmate. In a similar story, the New York governor has ordered the firing of 14 prison workers following a fatal attack on an inmate. The incident was captured on body camera footage, which will be released to the public. 15. Dorothy Moxley, who pursued justice in her daughter's murder, dies at 92. Dorothy Moxley, a tireless advocate for justice in her daughter's murder case, has passed away at the age of 92. Her relentless pursuit of the truth brought national attention to the case and inspired many. 16. Former NJ lieutenant killed in line of duty in North Carolina. A former New Jersey lieutenant was killed in the line of duty in North Carolina. The suspect in the officer's murder has appeared in court. 17. Mom convicted in Michigan school shooting case asks to be released from prison. The mother of the Oxford High School shooter has asked to be released from prison while her appeal is pending. Jennifer Crumbley was convicted in connection with the shooting carried out by her son. 18. Boy killed in Colorado reservation shooting was in bed when he was hit. A young boy was tragically killed in a shooting on a Colorado reservation. He was reportedly in bed when he was struck by a bullet. A suspect has been arrested in connection with the shooting. 19. Christmas night shooting victim is Center Point area's second homicide in less than 48 hours. A 20-year-old man was shot and killed in Center Point, Alabama, on Christmas Day. This marks the second homicide in the area in less than 48 hours, raising concerns about escalating violence in the community. 20. In Luigi Mangioni's CEO murder case, New York's anti-terrorism laws will be tested. The murder case of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson has taken a new turn. The suspect, Luigi Mangioni, is being charged under New York's anti-terrorism laws, which will be tested in this high-profile case. The case has also generated public interest in Mangioni, with merchandise featuring his image selling out online. 21. 4 die on Christmas Day in New Hampshire home from suspected carbon monoxide poisoning. A tragic incident in New Hampshire claimed the lives of 4 people on Christmas Day. Authorities suspect carbon monoxide poisoning as the cause of death. Infrastructure, weather, and environmental news. 22. I-80 eastbound will remain closed until further notice as crews evaluate massive sinkhole. A massive sinkhole has forced the closure of a major highway in New Jersey. Interstate 80 eastbound will remain closed indefinitely as crews assess the damage. This is causing significant traffic delays in the area. 23. A sneaky tornado risk may affect Texas and the Mid-South on Thursday. Severe weather is threatening parts of Texas and the Mid-South. There's a risk of tornadoes, prompting Texas Governor Greg Abbott to activate state emergency response resources. Residents are urged to stay informed and be prepared. 24. Portland Metro hit with 20K plus power outages, down lines and trees after stormy Christmas. A powerful storm caused widespread power outages and damage in the Portland metro area. Over 20,000 customers were affected, and crews are working to restore power and clear down trees. 25. Search continues for missing 8-year-old girl following deadly Christmas Eve crash in Sherman. A search is underway for an 8-year-old girl who went missing after a deadly car crash in Sherman, Texas. The girl was swept away in floodwaters, and the search has been expanded. 26. Coast Guard calls off search for 2 boaters missing off Palos Verdes. The Coast Guard has called off the search for 2 boaters who went missing off the coast of Palos Verdes, California. The search was initiated after a severed leg washed ashore. 27. Waves up to 30 feet forecast to rock California coast, days after deadly weather and pier collapse. A severe weather system is predicted to bring extremely large waves to the California coast. Days prior, deadly weather led to a pier collapse, prompting a reminder of the dangers these conditions present. People are urged to avoid coastal areas during the storm. 28. Governor Hochul signs landmark legislation creating new climate superfund. New York Governor Kathy Hochul has signed a landmark law creating a climate superfund. The legislation penalizes companies for greenhouse gas emissions, aiming to make the state more resilient to climate change. However, industry groups are expected to challenge the law. 29. The bird at the center of the worst single-species mortality event in modern history isn't recovering, scientists say. A recent study has revealed that the common murre, a seabird species, is not recovering after a devastating die-off caused by a marine heatwave. Millions of these birds perished in what is considered the worst single-species mortality event in modern history. Political landscape and power dynamics. 30. Chuck Schumer reveals stealth Dems plan to block MAGA revolution. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is preparing for a potential second Trump presidency. He says Biden-appointed judges will be a bulwark against Trump's agenda. Schumer is strategizing to build the strongest barrier against a possible MAGA resurgence. 31. Freedom Caucus Chair. House GOP needs to consider if current leadership is what we need. There's growing discontent within the Republican Party. The chair of the House Freedom Caucus has questioned whether the current GOP leadership is what the party needs. This comes after a protracted speaker fight and concerns raised about Speaker Mike Johnson's leadership. 32. Former FBI and CIA head prods Senate to reject Patel, Gabbard. A former head of the FBI and CIA has urged the Senate to reject the potential nominations of Kash Patel and Tulsi Gabbard. Patel, a Trump loyalist and critic of the deep state, is reportedly being considered to lead the FBI. 33. 68-year-old Congresswoman says she's retiring to set a better example amid concern over aging politicians. A 68-year-old Congresswoman is retiring, citing a desire to set a better example amidst growing concerns about aging politicians. She has criticized colleagues who just stay forever in Washington, sparking a debate about term limits and generational change in politics. 34. Americans and 2024 feeling pessimistic about the U.S. A new poll reveals that Americans are ending the year feeling pessimistic about the state of the country. Ratings of President Biden and the overall direction of the U.S. remain low, reflecting widespread fatigue and dissatisfaction with the current political climate. Exhausted Americans are tuning out politics, political news and political disengagement due to fatigue and information overload, according to cable news ratings and recent poll. Technology and society. 35. Central Park's New Year's Eve drone show is canceled after Florida accident. Central Park's New Year's Eve drone show has been canceled following an accident in Florida where drones fell from the sky during a holiday show. The incident has raised safety concerns about the use of drones in public events. 36. Marianne Williamson launches bid for DNC chair. Author and spiritual leader Marianne Williamson has announced her bid for DNC chair. This move marks her re-entry into the political arena. 37. Sean Hannity and Ainsley Earhart engaged. Fox News personalities Sean Hannity and Ainsley Earhart are engaged. 38. Hanukkah in pictures, keeping the flame alive. Communities around the world celebrated Hanukkah, keeping the flame of tradition alive. The holiday was marked with gatherings, gift-giving, and festive events. 39. Elon Musk's God complex. Elon Musk's move fast and break things attitude is clashing with Washington's more cautious approach. There's growing scrutiny of Musk's influence and his tendency to manipulate situations to his advantage, as seen in recent interactions with political figures. 40. Crazy work just fine the first time. Why some Republicans see Trump's imperialist musings as an act of negotiation. Some Republicans are viewing former President Trump's recent controversial statements, including his comments about the Panama Canal and Canada, as a negotiating tactic. They argue that his crazy approach worked in the past and could be effective again. 41. Trump wants Greenland and its 55,000 EU citizens. EU says no comment. Former President Trump's expressed interest in Greenland and its citizens has drawn a no comment from the European Union. This follows his previous suggestion that the U.S. should acquire Greenland. Entertainment headlines. 1. Wicked will make its streaming debut on New Year's Eve, with deleted and extended scenes. Get ready to defy gravity from your living room. The blockbuster musical Wicked is hitting streaming services on New Year's Eve. Even better, it will include deleted and extended scenes, plus 3 hours of bonus material according to some sources. So, grab your popcorn, and get ready to sing your heart out. Squid Game Season 2 Reactions. 2. Hwang Dong-hyuk on killing off his Squid Games characters and wanting to work with Jake Gyllenhaal. Squid Game is back. Season 2 of the global phenomenon has dropped on Netflix, and the reviews are rolling in. Critics are saying it's just as twisted and ruthless as the first season, with plenty of surprises. Creator Hwang Dong-hyuk has been talking about the challenges of killing off beloved characters and his dream of working with Jake Gyllenhaal. Remembering Hudson Meek. 3. Hudson Meek, 16-year-old Baby Driver actor, dies after falling from a moving vehicle, officials say. We're sad to report the tragic death of Hudson Meek, the 16-year-old actor known for his role in Baby Driver. Officials say he died after falling from a moving vehicle. Our hearts go out to his family and friends during this difficult time. Bob Dylan biopic deep dive. 4. A complete unknown fact versus fiction. Bob Dylan experts go deep on what's true or fanciful in the celebrated biopic. The upcoming Bob Dylan biopic, A Complete Unknown, is generating a lot of discussion. Dylan experts are weighing in on the film's accuracy, debating which parts are fact and which are fiction. The filmmakers even forensically recreated Dylan's NYC apartment for the movie. Critics are starting to share their reviews. Are they in tune with the film? We'll have to wait and see. Beyoncé's halftime show. 5. Beyoncé defies Cowboy Carter skeptics with a unifying Netflix Christmas halftime performance. Beyoncé's surprise halftime performance during the Ravens-Texans game on Netflix was a massive hit. That's Beyoncé Bowl, as some are calling it, even featured a cameo from her daughter, Blue Ivy. However, the performance wasn't without controversy, as some NFL fans criticized a hand gesture made by Beyoncé, calling for a flag. Royal Family Christmas. 6. Kate Middleton goes green in McQueen and more at Royal Christmas Service. The royal family stepped out for their annual Christmas service, and all eyes were on Kate Middleton. She stunned in a green Alexander McQueen outfit. King Charles also addressed the UK riots and his cancer battle in his Christmas speech. It ends with us controversy. 7. It ends with us. Blake Lively gains support against Justin Baldoni. The upcoming film It Ends With Us is facing some behind-the-scenes drama. Blake Lively has gained support against co-star Justin Baldoni, who's been criticized for his PR tactics. High School Musical star Bart Johnson, Lively's brother-in-law, even called Baldoni a fraud. There's also a new lawsuit that has just dropped in this ongoing legal battle. Shrinking Season Finale. 8. Shrinking boss Bill Lawrence on how Season 2 wouldn't have worked without Brett Goldstein and what comes next. The Season 2 finale of Shrinking has arrived, and it's being praised for its earned sweetness. Stars Brett Goldstein and Jason Segel have opened up about the inevitable near miss in the episode. Showrunner Bill Lawrence says the season wouldn't have worked without Goldstein. Travis Kelce's holiday headlines. 9. Travis Kelce's Christmas gift for Taylor Swift revealed. Report. Travis Kelce made Chiefs history on Christmas Day, though Taylor Swift wasn't there to see it. Reports are circulating about the bizarre Christmas gift Kelce gave Swift. We also learned that she gave a present to one of Kelce's teammates and celebrated his record. 10. Happy Gilmore 2 trailer teases Travis Kelce, Bad Bunny in Adam Sandler's sequel. But that's not all for Kelce. He's making his acting debut. The first trailer for Happy Gilmore 2 dropped, featuring Kelce alongside Adam Sandler and Bad Bunny. Fans are buzzing about this unexpected casting. Deadpool director's payday. 11. Deadpool director Tim Miller says he got paid $225,000 for 2 years of work on the film. His agent told him, "Dude, you make more on a Walking Dead episode." Deadpool director Tim Miller revealed he was paid only $225,000 for 2 years of work on the blockbuster film. His agent even told him he made more directing an episode of The Walking Dead. Miller expressed his desire for merchandising pay, sparking a conversation about fair compensation in Hollywood. Jay-Z legal battle. 12. Judge says woman accusing Jay-Z, Sean Diddy Combs of raping her at age 13 can proceed anonymously. A judge has ruled that the woman accusing Jay-Z and Sean Diddy Combs of sexual assault can remain anonymous. Jay-Z's attempt to dismiss the case has been rejected. He claims the attorney representing the accuser engaged in naked extortion. TV network winners and losers. 13 Most watched television networks, ranking 2024's winners and losers. The results are in. Variety has ranked the most watched television networks of 2024, revealing the year's biggest winners and losers in the ever-changing landscape of television viewership. CBS and NBC were the biggest winners in total viewers and the 18 to 49 demographic, respectively, fueled by the Super Bowl and the Olympics, and a strong fall season with new hits. Home Alone house mystery solved. 14 How the heck did the Home Alone parents afford that house? Now we know. The Home Alone director has finally revealed what the McAllister parents did for a living. This explains how they afforded that massive house. It turns out, the NYC townhouse featured in the sequel is even pricier. Nosferatu remake buzz. 15. Nosferatu director Robert Eggers breaks down the erotic vampire scenes, creating an all-time scary villain and the demented bloody moment he had to cut. Robert Eggers' remake of Nosferatu is generating a lot of buzz. Critics are weighing in on Bill Skarsgård's performance as the iconic vampire. Eggers has discussed the film's erotic scenes, the creation of the villain, and a demented, bloody moment he had to cut. The Atlantic is calling it the darkest movie of the year. Candace Cameron Bure speaks out. 16. Candace Cameron Bure on Christmas movies and debate about her channel. It was a really hard time. Candace Cameron Bure has opened up about the recent debates surrounding her channel and her Christmas movies. She described it as a really hard time, offering a glimpse into the personal impact of public criticism. Paris Hilton's Christmas photos. 17. Paris Hilton slammed for racy Christmas photos on Instagram. Your kids will see this one day. Paris Hilton is facing backlash for posting racy Christmas photos on Instagram. Some commenters criticize the images, saying her kids will see them one day. Hilton, however, seems unfazed, celebrating Slivmas with her family in matching pajamas. 18. Mega Millions jackpot climbs to $1.15 billion. Here are 8 states where your prize won't be taxed. The Mega Millions jackpot has reached a staggering $1.15 billion, one of the largest in history. Ticket sales are soaring despite the low odds of winning. 8 states don't tax lottery winnings, increasing the payout for lucky winners there. These states include California, Delaware, Florida, New Hampshire, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, and Washington. This tax advantage can translate into millions of extra dollars for the lucky winner, making the prospect even more enticing. The massive jackpot is generating significant media buzz and public interest. Important world news to know today are: 1. Azerbaijan Airlines crash. Investigators focus on Russian missile may have unintentionally downed the Azerbaijani jet as possible cause. 2. Finland has seized a ship linked to Russia after undersea power and internet cables to Estonia were cut. 3. The White House has released a statement from President Biden condemning Russia's overnight aerial attacks against Ukraine. 4. South Korea Prime Minister Han Duck-soo faces impeachment motion. 5. Israel's Attorney General orders probe into Netanyahu's wife on suspicion of witness harassment. 6. Over 6,000 inmates have escaped from a high-security prison in Mozambique amid post-election riots. 7. Israel strikes Houthi targets in Yemen's capital. 8. 5 Gaza journalists killed in Israeli strike targeting armed group. 9. In Syria, a deadly ambush has resulted in the deaths of 17 people. This incident, along with ongoing protests, is challenging the new power structure in the country. 10. The architect of India's market reforms, Manmohan Singh, dies at 92. 11. China has revealed 2 new stealth fighter jet designs in a single day. This significant development showcases China's growing military capabilities and its advancements in stealth technology. 12. Prayers and tears mark 20 years since the Indian Ocean tsunami that killed some 230,000 people. 13. 2 die in Sydney to Hobart yacht race. 14. Pope opens holy door at prison in Italy.
Thanks for watching. If you found this analysis insightful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more breaking news.